Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, December 8th, and time for another edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Reed Burton.
And I'm Riley Kamala. On today's show, we'll bring you a story over National Honor Society's tutoring program, taking place after school once a week.
We'll bring you a story profiling Homestead's art club and everything they're up to this school year. 2
Homestead students have started their own calligraphy business, and you'll learn what that entails in a story today.
You've heard of Cupcake Wars on the Food Network, but what about Muffin Wars, taking place here at Homestead?
The Homestead Dance Teams are profiled as their competition season is set to begin.
We'll have another installment of the 2-minute drill as well as Riley's weekend weather forecast.
We'll bring you all these stories and much more, so stay tuned for today's episode of HHS In Depth.
We begin today's show with a story over the after-school tutoring sessions available for all students who need extra help in the classroom. Reporter Sydney Scholl brings you the story over Homestead's National Honor Society tutoring program.
The National Honor Society has recently created a study session for all students wanting help with their academics. These sessions provide effective learning in groups without the awkwardness of one-on-one tutoring.
This year, NHS has started an after-school program on Tuesdays from 2:35 to 3:30, where we just provide NHS tutors to help students out with whatever subject they want. And it's a nice place to get structured tutoring time.
Every week, there will be at least one NHS tutor assigned to each of the core class subjects that can be available to help students of any course level.
The great part about this is it's open to all students and it's free, and we provide all core classes and also some other classes if they're requested.
After preparing for these sessions by NHS officers, they are finally up and running every week and plan to continue throughout the rest of the year.
Our first meeting was on December 5th, and we can plan on doing this for the rest of the year, and it'll just meet every Tuesday as of now, but we could change that in the future.
If you are interested in bettering your grades and understanding of a course, come by the Cafeteria Annex every Tuesday after school from 2:45 to 3:30 for help from your fellow Homestead students. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Sydney Scholl.
Fridays are laptop restart days. As you are watching this show right now, please do a full restart of your laptop. Many of the tech issues students report, such as slow downloads, failure to find a printer you need, and buffering videos, can be resolved by doing a full shutdown at the end of each school day.
Don't forget that the Spartan Spirit store is having extra open hours during the month of December. Remember, you can earn Sparty Bucks by purchasing items, and the Spirit store gift cards are a perfect idea for a Christmas gift. Cash, checks, and credit cards are all accepted at the store. The store is closed today, but will be open on Monday during all lunch mods.
Photography Club will meet next Wednesday, December 13th, after school in room 104. They'll be continuing their experience in colored lights and trying some new techniques. You won't want to miss it.
And now here is reporter Chloe Hunter with a look at one of our most popular after-school clubs, the Art Club.
Along with Homestead's art classes, the Familiar Art Club is open to any Homestead student after school.
So far this year, we've done a couple of things. One, we've had a guest artist, actually the mom of one of our students, Carol Splendore, who is an artist and professor, came in and talked to us about her career as an artist as well as an educator, and we did some watercolor techniques with her. We just did a ceramics project with Mrs. Hussar and did some impressed designs in clay. Upcoming, we have another sculptural kind of project that we have coming up.
Art Club gives a chance for students to meet with friends, as well as the freedom to participate in creating new projects.
What makes Art Club fun is just, it's like when you're a creative person, you can't always take the different classes that you want to take through high school. That gives you an opportunity just do new things, and it's not just drawing or painting, it's working with clay and going on field trips just to look at different aspects of art, and just learning from other people. It's just like a really good experience, and it just makes it really fun.
Ms. Jones and the club members work together on creating new and upcoming projects, as well as working with other Homestead clubs.
In terms of planning projects for Art Club, I have a few representatives from each grade level that meet with me every once in a while and basically gather input from the rest of the club of what kinds of things they would like to pursue. So upcoming, we are actually going to be partnering with another club that I sponsor called The Network. And one of the main focuses of the network is to really participate and engage in service above self, both in their school community and in the wider Fort Wayne community.
At the beginning of each semester, Art Club is welcoming to any new members.
Anyone can join Art Club. I realize that a lot of people are very busy, maybe either in the fall or either in the spring, so your chance to join is at the beginning of each semester. And anyone can join. The dues are $10 for the year, so $5 per semester. And so we've got some projects coming up where I'm really going to be encouraging the Art Club members to really dig deep and think about how they can be the change every day.
If you are interested in joining Art Club, be sure to talk to Ms. Jones. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Chloe Hunter.
Interested in submitting your photography or digital design work into the Scholastics Art Competition this year? The deadline is coming up soon, and there will be 2 short meetings to let you know how to earn your fame and glory. These meetings will be held after school in room 104. The dates are next Monday, December 11th, and Tuesday, December 12th. If you can't make one of the meetings and would like information, please see Mr. Manko in room 104 for more details.
Young Progressives meets today in room 614 from 2:45 to 3:30 for a discussion over income inequality and next Friday for their holiday party. Everyone is welcome to attend and snacks will be provided.
Film Club will meet after school on Monday in Mrs. Ricker's room 113. They'll begin screening the first season of Stranger Things and snacks will be provided.
Basket Weaving Club will meet next Thursday after school in Mrs. Ricker's room, room 204.
And now here is a story from reporter Kaylee Behrens over 2 Homestead students who have recently started their own business in calligraphy.
Homestead seniors Anna Zwerves and Kendall Green have started a calligraphy business in their free time called Heart's Content Calligraphy. They create many pieces for their friends, family, and clients. Recently, they have even made a sign for a wedding here in town.
So our business is called Heart's Content Calligraphy, and we write with different writing utensils like pens, pencils, paints mostly, and we use those utensils to make projects, calligraphy projects. Like some people like to order verses, like Bible verses or quotes or basically anything they want, a name. And we do it on different materials. So like we use wood rounds is a very popular design people like. We also use cardstock with a frame and also basically any material you can think of like glass.
We started calligraphy because both of us have always been artistic, and modern calligraphy is something that is growing to be really popular in interior design. And so we thought that starting an Instagram page would be cool to display our love for the art.
They started doing calligraphy in their business because of their common interest for a love of art and calligraphy and the friendship that they share.
We started doing calligraphy because Anna and I, when we hang out, we like to draw and do things like that, and we go through Pinterest and we saw modern calligraphy quotes and we decided to replicate those and make them our own.
The 2 girls love doing the business together because they get to spend time together and they get to expand their love for calligraphy.
The best part about the business is that I get to do something I love so much, and I get to do it with my friend Kendall, and it's just such a fun thing to do, and people love it a lot and like to buy it, so it's awesome to get money for it while doing something we love.
Their business is on Instagram at Heart's Content Calligraphy. If you want more information about their business, or if you are interested in buying something from them, then follow their Instagram account or talk to Anna or Kendall. For HHS In Depth, I'm Kaylee Behrens.
You may have heard of the Food Network's TV show Cupcake Wars, but reporter Serena Laria brings you a story over our food designs class and their competition called Muffin Wars.
The Nutrition Wellness class has added a new fun feature inside their classroom starting this year. Muffin Wars is a way students can experience to work with others.
Well, this is our first annual Muffin Wars, and basically it's a competition within all my foods classes in every different cooking group where they have a 45-minute increment of time and they have to make a muffin, present it, and relate it all to a Thanksgiving theme.
The competition has some similarity to Cupcake Wars, but there are many differences.
For Muffin Wars, there's a lot of amount of time that is presented to us to make the muffins, and it's a team building exercise.
In our Muffin Wars, we're making muffins. Muffins usually don't have a icing on top, and they usually have less sugar.
I think it's similar to Cupcake Wars because it kind of gets everybody ready for Cupcake Wars, which we do in advanced foods, but it's basically, they're getting used to cooking on a time schedule, dealing with mishaps, but it's different because there's no icing and it's not as, the presentation piece isn't as prominent as it is in Cupcake Wars.
This competition also comes with a wonderful benefit, and that is the different prizes the winners get.
The prize that we get for winning Muffin Wars is bragging rights among all of our peers.
Glory. They win glory. You would be surprised how intense the competition can be.
If you are interested in wanting to participate in this amazing opportunity next year, you can take the unique nutrition wellness class. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Serena Lalaria.
As our dance teams prepare for competition season, reporter Ravneet Pabla caught up with some of the members to get a look at how the dance routines are shaping up.
The 2017-2018 season girls dance team does inquire many talents, and I caught up and asked them a few questions and what they like about the team.
Some people just need an escape from school, so we have a class during the day, dance program during the day, and everybody that's on team is in class together.
Personally, my favorite part would be right before we go out and perform.
My favorite part about the team is probably the relationships. I've gotten a lot of my best friends.
Hard work pays off. The dance team tells you all about it, from the abilities of growing stronger from their day-to-day practices and routines.
Practices are not only physically but mentally draining. We learn choreography and we usually have to change it on the spot depending on what our coach likes or what needs to be done with the dance.
If you have a class with one of us after 5th period and we're pretty sweaty, that's why. Do jazz and hip hop in both of them. We usually alternate, but sometimes we do both of our dances on the same day.
The frequent flying question around Homestead: when does the season start for dance team?
It starts in April. We have tryouts, and then we have like the summer portion, and then it doesn't end until March the next year. The more opportunities we have in front of like our peers, the better, the more they will like appreciate us and like come out to our events.
Our competitions are both north and south. We go to many different high schools, like Central, we go to Northrop, and then there's one at Homestead too.
We have our Homestead Invitational February 10th, so if everybody could come out to that, that'd be really great.
Calling out all Homestead faculty and students, come out and support the Homestead Dance Team Saturday at 1 o'clock for the preview show for a mixture of jazz and hip hop. See you there. For HHS In Depth, I'm Ravneet Pabla.
And now Riley Kamala heads over to the weather station to bring us a look at the weekend weather forecast.
Yo, 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 it's Radical Riley here, and it's time for some wicked sick weather. And let me tell you, it's gonna be chill. Today will be a groovy and sunny day with a high of 35 and a low of 25. Tomorrow will be far out. We're finally getting some snow with a high of 32 and a low of 18. And to wrap up the weekend, Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high of 30 and a low of 24. This has been another session of Wild Weather with Riley. I hope y'all have a flippin' sick weekend, and have a great day.
And now let's head over to Garrett Willis for another segment of the 2-minute drill, this week with a look at our wrestling team.
Oh, hello Homestead. I'm Garrett Willis, and it's time for the 2-minute drill. Now before we start today, I would like to take a minute for some story time with Uncle Garrett. A couple weeks back, I was staying after school for a basketball broadcast. I walked down to the Follow Me printer to get some assorted prints. Walking back, I noticed a group of children running in the halls, looking as if they were having a jolly good time. It turns out it was the wrestling team. They turned to me and said, "Garrett, you look pretty fast. You should join the wrestling team." In my panic, I turn around and sprint away to the ready room. That is only because I could not imagine putting myself through the physical torment that the wrestlers do. They're one of the most athletic teams at Homestead, and they are my feature this week.
The Homestead wrestling team has just started their season following the long off season, as many people on the team went the extra mile to train while they were off.
Preseason workouts been pretty good this year. We've been running, lifting, doing really hard drills, and just really getting down to it.
The main focus in the off season is just maintaining conditioning
You know, wrestling is a tough sport, so even if you play a fall sport, coming into wrestling, you just feel out of shape because wrestling uses a lot of different muscles that you probably don't use in the day-to-day basis. Trying to maintain your diet, you know, if you go from eating, you know, Cheetos and Mountain Dew, and then wrestling season rolls around and you're cleaning things up and eating chicken and broccoli, that's a hard transition. So a lot of it's just basic common sense stuff.
Once the season officially started, all the members of the team were committed to shedding weight and getting ready for meets.
We did open mats every Tuesday and Thursday for 2 hours, and just like Coach made us some drills and stuff we could do and stuff like that.
Right now we're kind of getting down to the weight we need to be, conditioning a lot. Wrestling, you need to be in good condition or you're going to gas out. We're doing some tough drills, you know, learning the basics for some of the new kids, but pushing them pretty hard. Being in a very competitive semi-state, members of the varsity squad are looking ahead to a competitive postseason.
My goals are definitely make it to state.
Personally, I would like to make it to semi-state or regionals.
Our goal as a team is to win a sectional title. The other big goal is to retain all the wrestlers that we have now, so if you start on the team, you also finish the season with us and we celebrate together at our end-of-year banquet. One of the biggest parts of wrestling is finishing off matches, so I asked Coach DeVoe and the members who has had the best takedowns so far.
Probably Joe Parrish. I picked Jake up above his head and slammed him.
Best takedown? Man, I'd have to say Joe Parrish.
I'll just say Coach Stockman. So I don't know who he's wrestling or what, but if he wrestles, even though he's 40 years old, he can still scrap pretty well.
The wrestling team continues their season tomorrow as they'll be traveling to Northridge High School to take part of the Raider Super Duels.
Both of your Spartan basketball teams are in action tonight, as tonight is the first girls-boys doubleheader of the SAC season. Both teams will be playing at Bishop Dwenger, with the girls' game starting at 6 o'clock. I'd also like to wish Homestead quarterback Jaya Wright a congratulations for winning the Ewell L. Wilson Award, as he was named the best senior football player in the SAC. Your quote of the week comes from Michael Phelps, as he said, "You can't put a limit on anything. The more you dream, the farther you will get." That'll do it for this week's edition of the 2-Minute Drill. I'm Garrett Walsh. Have a great weekend.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Reed Burton.
And I'm Raleigh Kamala. Thank you for watching today.
And now here are this week's Pictures of the Week.
To have your photo in the running for Picture of the Week, just email us a high-resolution photo in landscape mode with your name and grade level to hhsindepth@gmail.com.
Today we leave you with a song exclusive to Homestead's radio station, The Point 91 FM.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week.